Today, I'm going to be giving you guys one extremely underrated headgear for every single Rainbow Six Siege operator in the game. Now for each headgear, I'm going to try and pick one that I haven't seen that much within Siege. And on top of that, I'm going to try and keep the prices low, because I know a lot of you guys watching this are going to be broke. Starting off with operator number one then, we have Ace, and this is the headgear that I have chosen. It is Concealed Identity. You can pick this up for around 60 Rainbow Six Siege credits, and this headgear will go with like any uniform. And in my opinion, it just looks clean. Operator number two is going to be Alibi. I've gone for the melon white headgear. This is again a very clean headgear that I've tried keeping the price reasonably low, and obviously this one will again go with pretty much any uniform in the game. This one used to be around 100 credits, but since the release of celebration packs, it's kind of crashed. Moving over to Amaru, I went for the flapper chick headgear. Now she doesn't really have many good headgears. They're all just different colored bandanas, so this is the only one that was actually different, and this is at the minimum price of 10 credits right now. So moving over to Aruni, she had a lot of ones with like just different types of face paint on her, so those could be a good option for you as well. But this is the headgear that I chose. It's like a cool little like paintball mask going on, 25 credits. Again, very good value for money here, and again, it'll probably go with any uniform. Next up then, we have Ash, and I'm going to break my own rule here and give you two for Ash because she's got so many. We've got the gold star one, which is very clean and is only 10 credits and basically always has been. But then the second one definitely has to be the necrosis headgear for her. Her face is kind of like decaying, kind of zombified. It kind of looks badass. This used to be like so expensive, but I assume this might be in celebration packs, which is why it's dropped off massively in price. Next up then, we have Azami. She again had a few interesting ones, but not too many. Most of them were just different types of face marks. So I went for the Secura Petal one. This was in a battle pass, I believe. Yeah, the year 7 season 1 battle pass when she released. This one also doesn't really go for much credits, only 28, and it looks really nice. Next up then, we have Bandit, and we have gone for the Hanover headgear. Now I have never ever seen anyone run this. In fact, while we're doing this video, I'm literally going to put a purchase order up because I kind of want to run this and it looks absolutely sick. If you can get some kind of red uniform going for this, it can be a very good headgear. Now next up, we have Blackbeard. I've gone for the plain sight headgear. This one just removes all of the headgear off of Blackbeard and gives him a very nice fresh beard, new trim, and nice glasses. And again, this is going to go with any uniform in the game. This one is trading pretty much a bare minimum of 10 credits right now. If you put a purchase order up for 10, you could probably get it for 10. Next up then, we have Blitz. This is one of the more pricey ones that are going to be in this video. We have the Hoshi Kabuto headgear. Now this is really cool because it's kind of like Japanese style, but it's got the German colors, which is really badass because obviously Blitz is from Germany. Again, I haven't seen this in game myself ever, and I kind of want to buy it, but I just don't have enough credits right now, so I have to wait for something to sell. Next up then, we have Brava. She doesn't really have many headgears because she's still relatively new. This one I believe was from the battle pass that she released on again, but this is the most interesting headgear that you can get for her. This is the Ludicrous Enterprise. I struggled to read that then. Next up then, we have Buck. I've gone for his slasher headgear. This one is 290, and this is a very OG skin. I believe this might have been from the OG Halloween event, if I'm not mistaken, but this is very nice. Again, it used to be very expensive, but I believe this might be in celebration packs, so it's dropped off massively in price. This is very clean if you like playing Buck. Next up, we have Capitao. I've gone for his Calico Jack headgear. This one leans heavily into the pirate theme with his eye patch going on, and Capitao actually has a few unique headgears, so I recommend you go there, check them out. But this one again is basically at bare minimum credits right now. Next up then, we have Castle, and I believe this is his esports headgear. It's called Flicker. This is only going for 40 credits right now, which is an absolute steal really, because this is such an OG skin coming out in year 2 season 4, but this turns him into like a football player helmet, and it looks badass, so yeah. Get it. After Capitao then, we have Caveira, and this is her obscure headgear. This is very interesting. She's still got the face paint going on, but she's got like a hat and some interesting looking high-tech glasses going on. This is going for bare minimum. I don't know where this one come from because it's not saying it's from a battle pass, but it looks like it could be a battle pass cosmetic. But either way, it's different, which I like. Now next up we have Clash. I'm going to be completely honest, all of her headgears other than like the select like 3 are basically the same cap but different colors, so just go through, pick the color that works best for the uniforms you got, to be honest, and then just try and match it, I guess, because there's not really much going on here, to be honest. Next up then we have Deimos. He only has 3 on the marketplace right now. Take your pick really. This one looks like the default one, but maybe these 2 can work with some of the uniforms you got. Either way, check them out. Next up then we have Doc. We got this headgear, which is from the Year 7 Season 2 Battle Pass. This is a very clean headgear. It removes again all of his headgear that normally is in place, and this is very clean, but we also have a second option, and this one again removes all of that classic, you know, like battle gear, and just puts him in a cap. And I believe he's got a little COVID mask on as well, which is very, very sick. This is called 6 Relief. We've gone over then to Dokkaebi. I've gone for the Celebrity Casual Headgear. This one is very clean. It kind of covers her face, which is a little bit different to what we normally have for Dokkaebi. Again, this one kind of crashed when Celebration Packs got announced, but it's kind of climbing again. It's only sitting at around 100 credits right now, which is a very nice headgear. I believe I own this, or I did own it. I think I've sold it actually. Next up then we have Echo, and Echo is someone who I've just never managed to pack cosmetics for, so he's someone who I don't have anything for. So this headgear here, Headstrong Warrior, is another one that I'm going to purchase here live recording this video. This is a very nice looking headgear for Echo, and again, I don't see anyone run this. Why not? After Echo then we have Ella, and she has a lot of headgears that change the color of her hair. Again, I recommend you go here and check them out for yourself, but the one that I'm going to recommend is Wearable Canvas. This is only going for 20 Rainbow Six Siege credits right now, and it kind of makes her hair like this blondie pink, which is very, very clean in my opinion. And again, I might actually purchase this one live on the video as well. Moving on to Fenrir, he doesn't have too many on the marketplace right now, but this one gives him a different hairstyle where it's kind of got like a top knot going on, which is the most unique out of all of his headgears on the marketplace. It's only 29 credits, and this one looks pretty nice. This is Shade of Night. Moving on over to Finka then, this is going to be one of the better ones in this entire video. This is her grunt headgear, and this is Finka's default look, but she's turned into one of the monsters from the Outbreak event. This is only going for 200 right now. I actually packed this from a celebration pack. This used to be around 500, but it has dropped off significantly. This is an absolute steal right now, and this is a headgear I think could go back up in price later down the road. Next up then we have Flores, and I've gone for his Freelancer headgear. Now this one gets rid of his typical hat and gives him more of like a bandana looking thing, and this is the most unique out of all the ones that I've seen. Most of his are just recolors of his hat. This one is only going for 57 credits right now. Not too bad, to be completely honest, but maybe you want to skip Flores. Now next up then we have Frost. Now Frost has a lot of good headgears. It's hard for me to pick one out. Again, if you want a good underrated headgear, you kind of got to look at the uniforms you have. Come here and then look at what color combos you could get with your uniforms. For me personally, I kind of like the look of this grey one. She's got like some face paint on, but it's also kind of like her default look, which I actually personally do like. And there's another one I'm going to be buying here today for 10 credits. Next up then we have Fuze. His headgear is going to be called Winter Survivalist. This just looks badass in general. You can still kind of tell that it's Fuze because he's got like the typical Russian hat on. I can't remember what they're called, but the headgear looks so goddamn crazy. And again, it's another one I'm buying live on the video. This is just me buying skins at this point. Moving on to Glaz then, we are going to show off his Famine headgear. Now this one is very, very unique, but he does also have quite a lot of other good ones as well. Like this is kind of nice, you know, you got this kind of head. This one, the Isolation headgear, by the way, looks really, really nice. If you want like a theme for lots of different operators, that kind of style of headgear is available on quite a few operators. But yeah, again, kind of look at your uniforms and see what else you got. Moving on to Goyo then, we have his shaved line headgear. This just gives him a new haircut and that's about it. Maybe these ear piercings are different actually, I'm not 100% sure, but this one's only 23 credits. It looks slightly different in game, so people might notice it, but you have to get up close to really notice the difference, which I think is sometimes a good thing. Moving on over to Gridlock, I've gone for her Full Moon Road headgear. This one looks very tactical. It also could be blackface, but we're just going to ignore that right now. It does kind of look badass. I think with the right uniform, this could look really, really good. And again, this one is basically bare minimum credits right now, so you could get this probably for 10, to be honest. Moving on over to Grim, we have his Toxic Cognath Headgear. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but this one again is going for bare minimum credits right now. It's a very nice looking headgear, and I don't like the way Grimm's default headgear looks, so changing it about I think is a good thing for Grimm. Moving on over to Hibana, it's definitely got to be her fragment headgear. You might see this one in game, but in my opinion it's still underrated. I think this might be top 10 headgears of all time, because it's still Hibana. They haven't gone over the top, but it's just a very, very nice cosmetic, and to be honest, it's not even that badly priced either. I'd expect this to be more. Looking through all of Iana's headgears, she doesn't have many, she just has ones with face paint on, so I settled on this one, Cool of the Wildlife. It just gives her a colourful beanie, and again, with the right uniform, I think this could work. Moving on over to IQ, we've got Defense Threat. Now this one I've never ever seen before, I'm seeing it for the first time now, and it looks really, really nice. I believe that's tigers on her face mask there. She also has like some tiger print on the back of her helmet. Another one that I'm going to be buying in this video. This looks sick. Now moving on over to Jackal, he mainly just has recolors of his default, you know, like headgear. I actually think the Mute Protocol one, which is very over the top, is probably his best, but underrated, I'm not 100% sure. You'll have to let me know in the comments, but this is only 30 credits. It's not too bad. Moving on over to Jager then, I've gone for his Wax Wing headgear, another one that I've never seen before, and it looks very, very clean in my opinion. The colors on it means that it would basically work well with any other color. I don't think you'd struggle to mix and match this one, and it's another one that I'm buying right now because otherwise I'll forget about it. Now for Kaid, we're going to ditch his casual beret and we're going to go for the white brown cow headgear. This is a very nice looking cowboy headgear. This is from the Showdown event in year 4 season 2. Very nice headgear. Moving on to Callie then, we have the Crepe Secure mask headgear. This is like the most interesting one that she has available to her. That doesn't look slightly goofy. This is essentially just a different type of bandana with some interesting looking glasses on there as well. This is 140, which might be a little bit overpriced. Moving on over to Kapkan, again, he's got some of the most unique headgears in the entire game. You've got really cool sets like this, even this one, which I believe this one might have been a Twitch bundle, which is now available on the marketplace. But then you've even got like normal skins like this, which was a battle pass skin going for 10 credits, which is a very unique headgear for Kapkan. And moving on over to Lesion, we have his Urban Recon headgear. This gives him like a nice little mask underneath a different type of helmet. So this is going to be slightly different from the typical Lesion look. This one is not going for much either, only 140 credits right now. Another very nice headgear. Now moving on over to Lion, we're going to go for his Sunstark bundle headgear. This is only available for 22 credits right now, which is an absolute steal. But as you guys know, Ubisoft love doing battle pass headgears for Lion, so you probably already have quite a lot of unique, interesting looking ones. So just in case you wanted something different that isn't a battle pass headgear, there you go. And moving on over to Maestro, I think I'm going to have to go for the Rengoku headgear, which gives him an interesting looking mask and again ties his hair back, showing off his absolute diabolical hairline, just like mine. This is available for only 10 credits, and again, it's one of the better ones that you're going to be able to get for Maestro. Now for Maverick, in my opinion, removing his hat actually looks quite nice, and you can do this with the styled cut headgear, which is only 15 credits right now, and obviously this is going to allow this headgear to go with any uniform as well, so you don't really have to worry about mixing and matching it. It's just going to look clean, and it's just a different type of look for Maverick. Now for Melusi, I've gone for the Mucky Drifter headgear. This is her Apocalypse headgear from year 6 season 1, only going for 15 credits right now, and as you can see, it's kind of always been that price, but this is quite a nice looking headgear. It adds like interesting looking goggles to her head, and obviously she's got like a completely different hairstyle in this one. Very clean, you might as well pick it up. Now if you're a Mira main, I'm sure you're sick and tired of people either running default recolors of her normal headgear or people running that one battle pass headgear which removes it completely. So to give you a little bit more of a unique headgear, how about this one, which is the Raid Leader headgear, which gives her a completely different style of headgear. It looks like she's in like some kind of like riot gear headgear, which is only going for 100 credits right now, which is quite nice to be honest, and it's something different for Mira. It's not what everyone else uses. Now sticking with that same theme, this is a different kind of headgear for Montagne. It's definitely a different shape. It looks a little bit smaller than his normal headgears, but this is only going for 10 credits right now. This is the Bittermen headgear, and again, It's only going for 10 credits. It's different, it's unique, and it will go with any other uniform. Now for Mozzie, I've got two options for you. Again, you can go for like the removing the headgear, give him a more casual kind of look, which would be Competitor Mozzie 20. This is only going for 25 credits right now and is pretty clean, to be honest, and will go with any other uniform. Or if you're like me and you kind of like the motorcycle helmet aesthetic for Mozzie, why not black it out with the steel wave headgear, only going for 10 credits right now. I think this would be a good look, and you can once again put any uniform on this, like I've been saying this whole video. Right, we're just going to speed run through the next couple of operators just to speed this video up a bit. Starting off with Mute, we got the Cosmic Decimation headgear. This one is a very unique headgear for Mute. He does have quite a lot of good headgears, so it might not be the most unique, but I definitely have never seen anyone running this, and you can get a nice combo out of this. As for Nock, all of her headgears are pretty similar. Spectral range is probably one of the nicest. You can see the night vision goggles through the net. This is only 10 credits. It's awesome. For Nomad, most of her headgears are pretty similar, but the Fractured Flow one does look pretty cool. I could see this looking really nice with a specific kind of uniform. For me, sticking a crash helmet on Oryx is the funniest thing you can do. The climbing helmet headgear does this for just 10 credits, and it looks pretty funny in my opinion. Moving on to Osa, almost all of her headgears are the same, and they all kind of suck. The one for the Rengoku event is probably the best, but it's also probably the most common, so it's not really that unique. Pulse has got quite a lot of good headgears, but the Agonized headgear from like the old OG Halloween event was probably the best, and in my opinion 110 for this is quite nice, and I don't see this in game very often. Moving on to Ram, she basically just has recolors of her default headgear. This is the only other unique one, and this is from the battle pass that come out when she released. This is Bighorn Grey for only 28 credits. Obviously Raora currently does not have any items on the marketplace, but when she does we'll make an updated video. Moving over to Rook, I actually kind of like his Apocalypse headgear, the Soldier of Collapse one. This is only going for, well, last sold for 10 credits, and in my opinion it looks pretty cool. With the right uniform this could definitely look sick. Moving on to Sens, again they just got recolors of their normal headgear. This one from the battle pass, the Wolf Gold standard one, is probably the best, and it looks pretty cool. Sentry just has two battle pass headgears, to be honest, and they both kind of suck. Same goes for Skopos actually. Again, just one headgear, and it's just the purple one. It's pretty boring. Moving on to Sledge, however, there's no way of me pinpointing one here. I'm just going to have to show off a few. We got the duck cover one. This one's quite nice. You know, if you scroll down, you got the Arachnophobia one, and that's probably the most unique one that I'm probably going to show off. Only 10 credits. Kind of looks like a spider, and it's kind of badass. Next up we have Smoke, and again I can't pinpoint one here. All of these are good. Both of these two are quite unique as well. This one, the Pestilence one, that's only 10 credits. That looks pretty badass. Same with this Isolation headgear. You got the Apocalypse one here. To be honest, some of the recolors also look quite nice, so just go through it yourself, see what uniforms you have and match it together. Moving on over to Solace, she literally only has recolors, so you know what that means. If you only have recolors, just find which one will work with the uniform you have. Striker unfortunately has the same problem as Skopos and Sentry. Yes, it's just the same two headgears. Moving on over to Tachanka, I actually really like the Isolation headgear on him. He still keeps like this balaclava thing on over his face. I can't remember the name of this type of headgear, by the way, but the mask that goes on it, it's very, very clean. Kind of reminds me of Lion's default headgear, but this is only 12 credits and it kind of fits Tachanka in my opinion. Moving on over to Thatcher, he also has a lot of unique headgears, but in my opinion the trench one is quite OG and it's quite unique. You've probably seen this every now and then, especially over the years, but no one ever runs this anymore, so going back to something like this could be good for you. Now for Thermite, I'm going to go for something a little bit different. This is his Ride or Die headgear, which makes him look a little bit like a hacker. I have never seen this headgear before. I've never seen anyone use it, and like I said, it kind of reminds me of something from like Watch Dogs, like a hacker or something, and I really vibe with it. I think if you get the right uniform with this, it could look really, really cool. Now Thorn mainly only gets like face paint kind of headgears, and to be honest, all of them are pretty solid. Or the one headgear that everyone runs is the Ghoulish Strength one, which is only 55 credits. It is unique, but everyone runs it, so maybe not this one. Moving on over to Thunderbird then, she also kind of has the same kind of recolored headgears. The one I do like the most though is definitely the 6 Invitational VIP 2022 one. Got like this red to purple hue on like the goggly bits, and it looks really, really cool. It's only for 40 credits, and to be honest, this one looks really nice for the price. Tuberel once again only gets like different coloured versions of his default beret. This one is probably the best, but again, it's down to whatever uniforms you have. Moving over to Twitch then, we have her game face headgear. I've never seen this one, but it's like the only one where Twitch doesn't have like that balaclava mask on over her head. Instead, she just has like this one covering up to her nose, and then she's got a backwards cap on with like a headgear. Looks really nice, only 60 credits, and it's probably the most unique headgear I've seen for Twitch in quite a long time actually. Moving on over to Valkyrie then, the most unique one I could find is this Earhart one. I see a lot of people using like the default like scarf over her head, but different colors. Those are fine, I like those, but the one thing I don't like is the one where it's just her hair. Everyone runs those because I think it was from like a battle pass and everyone runs it because it just works with everything, but it's starting to get a little bit boring, so go for something a little bit more like this for only 15 credits. Now moving on over to Vigil, his best one and his most unique has to be the suture headgear. This one is very clean, turns him into like a scarecrow, and I think this might be from like one of the OG Halloween events, but correct me if I'm wrong. Now for Wamai, I personally don't like a lot of his headgears. The best one for him in my opinion is the Red Vision face piece, kind of similar to like the Ash one I showed off earlier, where it's kind of like this paintball face mask kind of aesthetic. Only 15 credits, and with the right uniform this could look really nice. Now for Warden, I've gone for the atrocious gunk headgear, and hear me out, everyone is running Warden headgears where you can see the mustache. Other people are running the ones where it's like the same kind of thing but a different haircut. If you want to spice it up and have a unique headgear and be different to everyone else, using this can look quite nice. Obviously he's going to be like an alien, and then put him in like a human suit. I think it will look really nice, and it's only 80 credits. Moving over to Ying then, we have her Eclipse headgear. This one's really nice. It reminds me of Twitch's default look, but obviously the colors, I believe this might be from an esports set maybe, but this looks really nice, and with the right uniform again, it looks really clean. There's even like bits of carbon fiber on the ear cups there, which is very nice. And then for the last two operators of the video, we have Zero. I've gone for his senior cosmopolitan look. This basically makes his hair grayer, and I think it changes the way his facial hair looks maybe, and it also gets rid of his night vision goggles that are normally on his head. This is only 45 credits, and obviously it will go with everything. And then for Zofia, I've gone for her Arctic Moss headgear, where she's got that classic Ushanka hat, which looks absolutely sick, and I think with the right uniform again, this could look amazing. But with that being said, that is one underrated headgear for every single operator in Rainbow Six Siege. If you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like on this video, subscribe if you want more videos like this, and click the video on screen over there. I'm sure it's a great video. Click it. Yeah, it's still there. Click it, please. Thank you.